welcome back to my kitchen, or welcome if you are new. My name is Bethany, or Budget Bethany, and I share these What's for Dinner videos every week in hopes to give y'all some meal inspiration or dinner ideas. But this week's What's for Dinner video is all about comfort food while sticking to a budget. We're going to be kicking this week's What's for Dinner off with a bacon cheeseburger tater tot casserole, and I have made my fair share of tater tot casseroles, but I've never tried the bacon cheeseburger one. So I just ran up to Piggly Wiggly and grabbed the ingredients that I needed. So I got some tater tots, some sliced cheddar cheese, some real bacon bits, and 2 cans of cream of mushroom, and also I got 1 pound of ground beef. So y'all know I'm usually using my ground deer, but for some reason on this night I just was not feeling the ground deer, so I got me some ground beef, and I'm going to throw that in my pan and get it to browning.
There's not much to do when all I can.
Also, I know I've mentioned this in the past, but if you have one of these hamburger mashing chopping tools, you can spray it with non-stick spray to keep it from sticking to the utensil.
Is thinking about you, not doing well. Don't know where you are, 'cause you're not here. It's been way too long.
So I'm going to season up my ground beef with my tried and true seasonings. I think I season everything with these seasonings. So I've just got some Morton Seasonal, some Badia Complete, some Tony's Creole seasoning, and some garlic powder.
If I could lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I could lay down beside you, I would.
When your meat is all browned up, you can dump in your 2 cans of cream of mushroom.
We talk on the phone every night. Love to hear your voice. Not sleeping well. And I know that you're right, but you should know it. You've been gone for way too long now. If I can lay down beside.
By the way, of course, you'll mix in the cream of mushroom with your ground beef, and then you'll get you a bacon pan and you'll dump that over into your bacon pan, and you'll top that with some of the sliced cheddar cheese.
I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I can lay down beside you, I would. Even if you're gone, I won't forget you. You're all I know, what I need, and that ain't changing.
And then on top of the cheese, you'll go in with the good stuff, the bacon bits. I got the real bacon bits. It's not like the artificial bacon bits. It's like real bacon crumbled into little pieces. Or you could also just fry up your own bacon or bake your own bacon, however you cook your bacon. But I'm just taking the easiest route right here. Then you're going to top it with your tater tots.
Even if you're gone, I will remember. You're all I know.
You will need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and then you'll bake this in there for about 20 to 25 minutes until your tater tots are done or your cheese is melted. And this is how it will look once it comes out of the oven. I have to say, this probably is my favorite tater tot casserole ever. The next meal idea is my favorite. It's going to be BBQ Chicken Legs, homemade mac and cheese, and bacon-flavored green beans. So I've just got a pack of the $5 chicken drumsticks from Walmart. I think it's a 5-pound bag because it says it right there. And I'm using about 6 of the drumsticks, and I'm going to season them up. Of course, I'm using my tried and true, like I mentioned before. Of all the seasonings I always use, some Tony's, some garlic powder, some Morton Seasonal. And then once I get through seasoning up my chicken legs, I'm going to rub them down with some barbecue sauce. And I've also just got the Great Value honey-flavored barbecue sauce.
All I know, what I need, and that ain't changing. If I could lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters.
Once I got through rubbing the barbecue sauce on my chicken legs, I did put them in the oven on about 375 for about an hour.
That's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon.
Alright, so now we're moving into the macaroni and cheese, and I have made a baked macaroni and cheese before, and I'm just not a real big fan of baked macaroni and cheese. I've tried several different recipes for macaroni and cheese, but this one is my absolute favorite. So all you'll need is some elbow noodles, some milk, some of like Velveeta cheese, or you can get the off-brand from Walmart, And then you'll need some shredded cheddar cheese. I've also got those 2 cans of green beans just for another side. We're going to add some of those bacon bits that we had from yesterday when we made the bacon cheeseburger, and we're going to add those to our green beans just to season them up. But back to the macaroni and cheese, y'all. You would just boil your noodles like normal until they're soft.
If I could lay down beside you, I would. If I could lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you're safe and that I will see you soon. If I could lay down
I always sprinkle in some salt into my noodles. It just keeps them from sticking and clumping up together.
beside you, I would. I would.
So once your noodles are done and you drain the water off them, I thought I had it recorded and I guess I just never mashed the button. Anyway, once you get the water drained off your noodles, you're going to add in your 1/2 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. And I'm also cutting up about 1/4 cup of this Velveeta block of cheese. And you could add less or more. I think it just depends on how cheesy you like your macaroni and cheese. But I like mine really cheesy, so I did add quite a generous amount. And then I also added in a 1/2 cup of milk. And for the milk, I feel like you just kind of add and eyeball it to get it to the consistency that you prefer. So that's what I did. But of course, I'll leave y'all a recipe down in the description box. And then for the green beans, I'm just going to dump in these 2 cans of great value cut green beans. And I'm going to sprinkle in the rest of those real bacon bits or bacon pieces. It's the real bacon pieces that we used the other night when we made the cheesy hamburger tater tot casserole. Anyway, we're going to put that in there and we're going to cook that for about 20 minutes on low. And here you have it, friends. This was my favorite dinner for the whole week. I think I already mentioned that before, but in case I didn't, it was so, so good, y'all. This is what I grew up eating, and this is what I like to eat, and this is what I like to cook. But if you're in the market for a new macaroni and cheese recipe, I hope you'll give this one a try, y'all. It was so, so good. Alright, y'all, so for the third night, we're going to make some good old chicken and dumplings, and I'm pretty sure I've shared this many, many times in the past on my channel, but I'm just using the rest of these drumsticks that I had left from the night before. I had 4 left, so I just put them in my pot, and I'm going to add some chicken broth. I did use this whole family-sized thing of chicken broth, so if you don't have that much chicken broth, you can always just use water, but make sure you season it up real good. So I did boil my chicken until it was done, and once it was done, I added in my 2 cans of cream of chicken. You could shred your chicken off the bone, but I preferred to leave mine on the bone just because the bones give the broth a such good flavor. So I did leave my chicken on the bone, but once I go to plate it up and serve it up, I kind of break it off the bone because the chicken kind of just shreds off the bone and just falls apart. But anyway, you want to bring your broth back to a boil, and then you're going to cut your biscuits in 4s or 2s. Depends on how big you like your dumplings, and roll them in balls and drop them in there, and you'll cook that on the rapid boil for about 20 minutes, and this is what you'll get. Here's my chicken and dumplings, y'all. For me, whenever I'm thinking comfort food, chicken and dumplings is always the first to come to my mind, and on this night, it was a cold, rainy night, so it was the perfect dinner for us to have on this night. Alright, friends, that's it for this week. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you're needing some more meal ideas than what I had in this video, because I know this video was a tad bit short or shorter than normal, I've got a playlist link down below. You can go check out all my wants for dinners that I've shared in the past. But thank you all so much for watching this week's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the very next video. Bye, y'all.